Welcome back, everybody, to Unconditional Surrender. Me, myself, and I play through the main event scenario. Games published by GMT Games, designed by Salvatore Vasta. We are getting ready to go into the Western operations phase of June 1945. The weather is poor, based on the new rules, so that I'm testing out for Sal. They're technically optional right now, but I really like them. It keeps huge runs of poor and huge runs of fair weather. Kind of evens it out. I'll discuss that probably in the epilogue. The Western allies could, they have 2 surprise attack markers. I could throw one, but I don't think I really need one at this point. The idea of having 2 of them when I'm set up for next turn, where my guys would all have +1s going after like Bremen and Hanover, Hamburg, Stuttgart, Munich, and Leipzig. I'm trying to get any combination of those to come out to 9 points to knock the Germans out of the war. So I'm going to save them for the fair weather turn in July. So the first thing we're going to do is bring up my national tracks. The British have tons of production points to spend, so they're going to lavishly spend them everywhere. We're going to activate the second, and it's going to go help the 1st Canadian by going 1, 2, 3 into 27, 40, 27, 20. I can't count. That's 3 to there, 4 for the river, 5, 6 for the unit in poor weather, and 7 for the hex itself. And I will declare an assault. The 9th will activate to declare an assault. And the 1st Canadian will activate to declare an assault. So I'll take care of that. That's 2 more. Then there's another assault I can go ahead and set up. I'm not going to do it any other way. I'm going to activate the 5th. He goes 1 into there, 2, 3 down the rail, and then 4 for the river, 5, 6 for the forest. And then it's 7, 8 for the city, 9, 10 for the unit. In poor weather, units cost 2 to attack. So I do get off an assault here. We're going to activate the 7th to assault. And I'm going to clone this and activate the 3rd to also assault. And the reason why I'm assaulting... Oops, I don't want to take the unit. The reason why I'm assaulting here is because that's Stuttgart. Yes, it's -2, but if I can get him to retreat, that's 2 will points. So that's that much closer to taking the Germans out. So that's why I'm doing that. I don't think I can get to any other cities here in the west. I don't think I can get to any cities in the east, but I can get close enough that in July it'll be a matter of just 1 or 2 really good series of combats, and I should be able to take Germany down. It's going to be a near-run thing. Not as close as I'd like it to be. With the Germans, I like to go into 1945 with closer to 20, be in the teens with my willpower, so that huge offensives like what happened here in May of 45 don't actually put you into this. I was only at like 13 or 14 or something. If I could have been at like 20 something, that would put me down into the teens, and then, I have a chance to hold on. But lost a few too many units, I think, when I was defending in Russia. And in that last turn's defense, do not defend Germany that way. Where I did the Hedgehog in the east and lost a couple of armored units. The armored units are too precious for the last 2 turns to hold on to cities because they defend at +4s and stuff. So I should have actually made that Hedgehog with some infantry and had the armor sitting behind him, so that if the infantry died, the armor would just go, well, now you have to deal with me, and he wouldn't have been able to get him surrounded like I did. Okay, so we're going to do these attacks, and then probably the 1st and the 1st French will move in to try and do something else. I'm not sure exactly what they're. So, yeah. So we'll go after this garrison. Let's go after Stuttgart first. It's a little more crucial. So I start with... it doesn't matter. I can start with this guy here. Let's see. That's the 5th. That's Patton. We'll have Patton be the primary. So he's +1 because he's American, +1 because he's British, or he's tank. And then I'm adding in an armored and an armored, so that's +2 for each of those. So that's +6. And then I can go ahead and throw in an airplane on here to give me an extra +1. So now I'm +7, and he's defending at +2 because, hey, he's German. Then I have to take off 1 for the weather and 1 for the city. So it's a +5 to a +2. And if I get lucky, get a DR on him, I get to take Stuttgart. So the Americans roll. 5 + 5 is a 10. And the Germans roll a 1 + 2 is a 3. That's not good. 10 to a 3 is a DD. You didn't want to see a DD. So first off, he must flip. And then he must retreat a space. That's his only legal place to go. And then I will take it with, what is that? 7th? I think that's the 7th. He will take Stuttgart, place a control marker. Yeah, places a control marker that costs the German 2 will points for a city. So there you go. There's something. I'm definitely across the Rhine in the south. So you make a push on Munich. Well, let's see if we can get this garrison unit. Canadians are the primary. So they are +1 because they're British, +2, plus another 1 because they're armor. Then they're adding an armored and an armored to assist them in the assault. So that's +2 for each armored. That gives them +6. They're going to go ahead and... Let's see, he's at a 0. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and throw an airplane to make it +7 because I have to take 1 off for the weather. Now I'm +6 to 0. Hopefully I can get him to retreat with +6. And the British roll. A 1 +6 is a 7. So if they roll 5 or 6, they hold their hex. But they roll a 1, which is terrible for them because it eliminates the unit. Faction card. Put that over here in the corner. And this guy goes into the eliminated box. I will take it with... Oh, God, who do I take it with? Who do I want further forward? Oh, there's a thought that I hadn't come up with. Just get these assault markers off of here. Part of me says take it with the 9th and let the Canadian try to swing around next turn in fair weather. But this, I really need him to be running around in the north. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to have to move these airplanes up no matter what I do. So... yeah, we're going to take it with the 9th. Okay, and then that lets me have one more pot shot at him. 1, 2. This guy. So, and they're going to assault here. I'm not even going to put the markers down because we're going to do it right away. The first is the primary. He attacks it +1 because he's American, +1 because he is an armor, +2 for an armored buddy. We'll throw in an airplane. This one. +5 and then -1 for the weather. So it's a +4 to a +2. And the Americans roll. 5 + 4 is a 9. Germans roll. 6 + 2 is an 8. And they go, no, you can't have the hex. My hex. So that's good for the Germans. They held that all out. The Allies have a couple of other things to do. Kind of activate this guy for another British point. Run him up to the front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 for now. He's more or less just somebody to run up behind when I start going off into Never Never Land. Maybe I can get I clear a space, but I can't don't have enough movement points to do something, maybe he can run up and grab it, or try a desperation assault attack or something. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay, and then the final British offensive. This guy, let's see, it would be 1, 2, 3. So attacking from here. If I go like this, into 32, 25, then I'm going to attack 32, 24, the Africa army. And I have, so I spent 1 for the ridge, 2 for the mountains. Then it's 1 for the river, 2 for the mountains, 2 for the unit. So it's 5 to attack that hex from there. It cost me 3 to get over, so that's 8. So that's legal. And then we're going to activate the 8th Army and, of course, the 9th. And we're gonna go after this. We're going to drop all of our tanks markers. So tanks marker is going to go on each guy. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I will be in supply at the end of June. And when we get to July, at the end of the July turn, it's not going to matter if I'm in supply. So if the Gueria guy wants to go running around here and, go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, captures Bologna and Venice, it's not going to matter in terms of the game, because either I'm going to collapse Germany or I'm not. So them spending a production point to go run off and capture cities that make no difference, I'm more than happy to let them do that. I don't think the Germans are going to do that because I'm not quite that insane. I'm going to be, doing my best to try and defend everything I can here. So what that does is that starts off with the British as the primary, Canadian, here, the 8th Army. It's +1 because he's British, +1 because he's armor. And yes, we're going to go ahead and put a sortie on that right away. Then I have 2 garrison units, or, garrison armies, but they think they're tanks, so they're actually +2 each. Gets them up to +6, and the airplane gives me a +7. He's +2 because he's German. Then I have to subtract 1 for the ridge, 1 for the hex, and 1 for the weather. So I end up only at a +4, +2. So not as good odds as you think. You're like, oh man, look, he's at +7. It's like, yeah, but the terrain, fighting through the Alps is horrible. Especially when you don't have any heavy artillery to give you that extra punch. So, the British roll. I'm stuck on 5s with the Allies, aren't I? So a 5 + 4 is a 9. The Germans roll. 6 + 2 is an 8. They say, no, you can't have the hex. So there. Blah. Did not work on the assault across the Alps. So the only thing I have to do is keep the dang Americans from breaking through on this side, and that doesn't look like that's going to be a very easy thing to do. Wow. Running out of terrain here. Okay. That's the Western Allied turn. How much time do I have left? I have 14 minutes left. I think I'm going to run a little over and just go ahead and do the Soviets right away. We're going to go... Oh, no, I have to do supply. That'll take me forever. So this will be a short turn, and then I'll do the Soviet turn. Okay, so just get this off of here so I can count these guys. Tanks come back next turn. Just clean up my map here. Then we got to do supply. So I have 1. He goes 1, 2 to this rail line and gets down to the fleets. He goes down the rail line, he goes down the rail line. So that's 3. Airplanes 4. Right, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I'm either 19 or 20. Did I forget to bring somebody? Oh, I know what I forgot to do. This bomber is going to fly. I was going to say it should have been at 20. This bomber is going to fly up to there. This aircraft is going to fly to here. Got to do some extra aircraft movement because I need to be up to the front. Actually, he's going to go all the way to here, I think. This guy is going to go into here. And then the British airplanes are going to go to here. And this airplane is going to come up here as far as it can. This airplane will go to here. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Where did I put that other? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He couldn't quite reach there. He'd have to go there. And that'll let this bomber just move up once. Well, I can move him up during my turn. Either way, I end up with one less sortie on him. So, okay, so let's go do the counting again. There should be 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Actually, there's a little bit more. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So I have 20. So here's 6. Two, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And that's everybody's on rail lines or within 2 spaces of a rail line to be able to trace, because he goes 1, 2 to there, he goes 1 to there and traces out, 1 traces out. These guys all trace down through Italy or over into France, whatever I want to do. So everybody's in supply. So that puts me down to only 10 minutes left. That's not enough to do the Russians, so we're going to end this as the Western Allied. That's the end of the Western Allied June 1945 turn in poor weather. I'm Gen 608. Please subscribe to my videos so you don't miss any future episodes. And we will return with the Soviet operations phase in just a little bit. Until then, bye-bye.